Movie news. This is a movie news show, guys. You're watching Mirror Domain's Movie News, your place for entertainment headlines. This is a live news show for movie fans. Yes, we talk about all the big movie news headlines of the day, including Quentin Tarantino directing a limited series. Okay, there's a Jim Henson biopic movie in the works. Cool. Will Amy Adams return as Lois Lane now that Henry Cavill's back? And Jason Blum and James Wan are going to be having a merger, but we start off by talking about a few horror news headlines, including the new Alien movie that's in the works over at 20th Century Fox. Kaylee Spaney circling new Alien movie. Really? At 20th Century Fox and Scott Free. Well, we heard about this. Didn't we also hear something about an Alien series happening? Well, Kaylee Spaney, if you know who she is according to Deadline, is in talks to star with Fade Alvarez directing and Scott Free producing. Fade? Whatever. You know him. He directed that Evil Dead reboot, and he directed Don't Breathe. So horror is kind of his bag. I think he could handle this quite nicely. We'll take a look at his IMDb in just a moment. But let's just see what the details of this Alien movie. Not much is known about the pick other than the iconic ferocious race of alien beings known as xenomorphs. Okay, so no plot details, but the producer and director there, Scott Free, made it his top priority after hearing Alvarez's pitch and after a recent script was delivered. So they got the script at least. Things only gain speed in this film getting in front of the camera by early 2023. Well, that's good news. I do like the Alien franchise, but it's where are we going to go in this, and what are you going to do with it? Those are the main questions, right? While the executives are going through their process of other cast members, Spaney has been the top choice for the lead role for some time. Okay, Spaney is set to play Priscilla Presley in Sofia Coppola's Priscilla, opposite Jacob Elordi. Okay, she also has the Alex Garland Civil War pick. And how it ends. Okay, so, well, let's see what some people are saying. We got some comments here. Personally, I like a film adaptation of Alien Isolation. I love the story and the atmosphere of the game. Yeah, I know it's probably not going to happen, though, but you can always dream. Indeed, Amy, you can. So no resolution to David 8 arc from the Ridley Scott films like Alien, Prometheus, and Alien Covenant. No, it doesn't sound like we're going to get that. And no proper ending for Ripley and Neil Blomkamp. Well, yeah, that Blomkamp one was supposed to pick up right after Aliens, right? And it's supposed to like retcon a bunch of stuff. That's the one that I would have liked to have seen. But I sort of also do, even though that I know people don't like the Ridley Scott Alien movies after Alien. I still like Prometheus. I hated Covenant, but then I came around on it and I sort of like Covenant now. And I would like to see that closing arc to the Alien, his Alien with the David android being kind of like the engineer of it all. I don't know. Do we need to see that though? I don't know. I had this funny feeling I heard Alien was going to be a streaming series. Yeah, I heard that too. But I think I got confused with another franchise. So many, I heard that it was going to be like a streaming thing. There will be a series from Noah Hawley on FX Hulu in 2023 as well. Well, okay, so there you go. There's supposed to be a series and there's supposed to be a movie with Fade Alvarez. Let's take a look at his IMDb. See what he's got on the schedule now that this has been announced, right? He was the writer for Don't Breathe and Don't Breathe 2. Okay, and I think he's also writing Don't Breathe 3 if they can get that off the ground too. We'll take a look at his writing credits here in just a moment. So he's got an untitled Alien project. Pre-production, that's good. Yeah, because that series, it's not hard, guys. It's not a hard thing to think your way through. And, sorry, I think there's a spider on my wall here I might have to dispatch. Oh, wow. Anyway, you know how it is. The Girl in the Spider's Web, that didn't do so well. That was Claire Foy taking over the role of that, and that didn't work. No, that didn't work. Evil Dead. He's got his credits there, though. And he's got writing credits. So let's see what those are. He wrote the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We did a full live watch along on that for this channel. Lots of people like that. The bus scene. I didn't mind it. Okay, so he likes to write a lot of the stuff that he works on. So he's working. Yeah, he's writing this one as well. So he's writing it. Fade Alvarez with a new Alien movie, guys. What do you think about that? Does that intrigue your possibilities? That interesting bit of movie news. Okay, let's continue on with the horror vibe and A Quiet Place prequel. A Quiet Place Day One. Apparently, Stranger Things star Joseph Quinn is in talks for A Quiet Place Day One. Okay. I think it's actually, this was yesterday, right? This broke November 16th. Yeah, and this is up on the Hollywood Reporter. And they talk about movie news all the time. So we just saw him in Stranger Things Season 4. A lot of people liked him, especially because of Master of Puppets. I could see him joining Lupita Nyong'o for this prequel. Why not? It's supposed to be a very different setting too, right? So hopefully they'll be like looking at the military angle of these things, of these creatures, and maybe see the military take it on. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of cool for Paramount. And slated for March 8th, 2024, A Quiet Place prequel, Day One, directed by the guy who did Pig, Michael Sarnowski. Stranger Things. Quiet Place, Day One. Joseph Quinn. Yes, I dig it, man. Okay, continuing on with a more, I guess the horror genre vibe too, with Jason Blum. You know Blumhouse, he does a lot of horror. And James Wan, Conjuring franchise, come on, is in talks to merge horror production companies. Well, I think that'll only make them stronger. And they do work well together. They do. They see things the same way, and they have got a really cool business relationship. So for me, it just kind of makes sense. It's only going to strengthen their abilities to make movies, right? To greenlight things. So are in advanced talks to merge their companies, Blumhouse Productions and Atomic Monster, into a mega house for chills and thrills. That's cool. Yeah, Blumhouse. He's done a lot of stuff. He just wrapped up his Halloween trilogy there. Jason Blum did. Even though that, well, if you like that series or not, but, James Wan, The Conjuring, he did Malignant last year, which was probably one of my favorite horror movies of last year. So, yeah, why not? That's just powerhouse. Continue cranking out these horror movies. And you know what's cool about Jason Blum is that he's humble. He knows that when he turns out a stinker, he says, yep, we tried, and that was a stinker. I guess they collaborated on that new Megan movie. You know, that one with the creepy, like, young robot that's dancing around that really creep people out. They're doing that together. So that's cool. And Jason Blum, yeah. He said, what was it, about paranormal activity, Next of Kin? He was like, yeah, I think we missed the mark with that one. So he knows. But he's also good at making like these small horror films, like The Invisible Man for like $7 million. Introduced me to Aldous Hodge, who just played like Hawkman in Black Adam. So that's cool. And we did a full live watch along on this channel too. That's still up there, guys. You can go check that out. But that Blum-Wan merger, I think that's good news for horror fans, for movie fans, all around. Yeah. All right, guys, you're watching Mirror Domains Movie News. If you don't know how this works, we do a live movie news show daily, 12 p.m. Eastern, Monday to Friday. And you can follow me on all the other social media handles that are seen right there, where you can see sometimes a little bit behind the scenes stuff of, I'll just turn on the camera and do stories for like TikTok and Instagram. If you like full live watch-alongs, we do a full live watch-alongs for Andor, Star Wars Andor. Great series, guys. Episode 11 already. There's one episode left, the finale. Episode 11 was really cool too, guys. It's just great television. Watch that. Share that. Tell people that you're watching Andor. It's awesome. On the weekend, we do the Horror Weekly Roundup, where we talk about all the big horror movie news headlines of the day, or of the week, I suppose, too. Mostly we just collect everything up there and have a nice show for you guys on the weekend, on Saturdays. And of course, there, during the week, we do movie news. And we do full live movie watch-alongs. I already said that we did one for Invisible Man. So that's cool. Predator Prey, the new Hellraiser. Hey, you're going to find something cool here on Mirror Domains that you're going to like. We do trailer reactions, movie reviews. We're all about movies here. Our Viking says in the live chat, Alien Resurrection was a good story and gave the aliens more action than the previous movies. It's been a while, so looking forward to a soft reboot. Yeah, but that's the thing with the aliens. They've always tried to tie it back to either the Ripley storyline or, the engineers sort of going on like the oranges of the aliens. And we don't need to go into that kind of thing. Just have a situation where there's aliens and people have to fight them, right? Why not? Yeah. Doesn't have to be anything big, grandiose. Something small and condensed. Like, I like that idea that one person said on the comments about adapting Alien Isolation, the game. I think that would grab a lot of people's attention, and somehow bring in the military again, the Marines, Space Marines. Who is this Kaylee Spaney? I guess we can take a look at who she is, because I don't recognize a lot. Oh, she was in the Craft Legacy. Was she the main girl in the Craft Legacy? If that's the case, then cool. Let's just see. Lily. She was Lily in the Craft Legacy. I like the Craft Legacy. So yeah, that would have been her. She was the main girl for the new Alien movie. Cool. I dig it, man. That's awesome. All right. Let's continue on with some more movie news headlines with Amy Adams and the possibility of her returning as Lois Lane, because it's come up in a couple articles today. Amy Adams reacts to Henry Cavill's Superman return. Okay, so if Henry Cavill's back, you would think that perhaps she would be back as Lois Lane, and she did a good job. Let's see what she said here about Cavill first coming back. I heard it from my husband, actually, she said. I am thrilled for him. He's a wonderful Superman, so I'm very excited for him. So yeah. Yeah, and they did have good chemistry too. Reactions to Cavill's return show he never should have left. No, and that's where a lot of fans side with that. It was the old regime at Warner Bros. Like, what the hell were you guys thinking? Seriously, you would shut out Cavill as Superman because you got a grudge there, man? That's just bad business. You got to be able to put those things aside and just work with what you got. And you got two big talents. Like, everybody agrees that Henry Cavill is a huge draw, but also Amy Adams is a big draw too, and she was great. I liked her as Lois Lane. Does Cavill return? We mean that it's Lois Lane too. Yeah. Well, if he's going to be the backbone, if they recast her, I just hope that she would be open to coming back to do more, because that's what I would like. That's what I would like to see for sure. Whoops. I guess I deleted that one article. There was just another article kind of reinforcing this point of, she had another quote out here about it coming back. But I think that she would come back. The only thing is this, guys. If they do continue on with bringing back this character, does that mean that we're going to get the same Lex Luthor? Do you want to see Jesse Eisenberg back as Lex Luthor? Guys, remember, that's what this means. Or could they just recast it and go in a redirection and say, meh, no. Unless somehow the Flash movie introduces the possibility of them corralling in, different versions of these characters and then just use that moving forward. But I had no problem with Lex Luthor in B versus S. I know a lot of people didn't like that angle. I'll be kind of curious to see where they go with that. But that's what the door opens for, right? Well, that's what this opens. Our Glass Viking says Margot Kidder was the Lois Lane. Amy isn't as animated, but she did a good job. Yeah, she did. She did better than Kate Bosworth. Like, these two just had good chemistry on screen too. Like when they're together and talking and in scenes together, there was just like, you could feel that in between them, right? That's what I liked, for sure. I hope she comes back because she's cool. I like Amy Adams. I forgot about this story, guys. I we're going to insert a story here that's not in the description either. Oh, wait, did I expand the description for this? Oh, well, I'll do that later. Anya Taylor-Joy. We're talking about a bunch of cool actresses today. Anya Taylor-Joy is going to be in the menu that I'll be seeing later. But Anya Taylor-Joy learned stunt driving for Furiosa, but isn't licensed. What? What the heck is this? Well, yeah, because she just wrapped up Furiosa, the Mad Max Fury Road prequel, where she's going to be playing Furiosa. And I guess she learned stunt driving, but doesn't have a license. I actually don't have a license, so I can't drive. I can't on a highway. I can't parallel park. But if you need me to do a juicy 180 in a truck, I can do that and not hit the camera people, which is great. Oh, that's really cool. So she got training. But that's just a testament to how awesome she is when she comes to diving into her roles, right? And the Furiosa, I'm really looking forward to. Taylor-Joy's commitment to Furiosa makes the movie more exciting. That's for sure. And I don't think she will have her forearm cut off in this one. I think maybe they'll explain how that happened. I think we saw her once with a sock, like that green screen sock on, but we'll have to see. All I know is that, Chris Hemsworth is kind of like the bad guy in this, which I'm looking forward to, because he was a bad guy in that Netflix movie that we saw, Spiderhead, right? Was it Spiderhead? Yeah. And he did a good job in that, so he can play menacing. Everybody just kind of shoehorns him in as Thor, but he's going to be the bad guy in this. George Miller, Furiosa. That's cool. Jesse was a creepy Lex Luthor. I'd want someone like Julian McMahon, Art Glass Viking says. Yeah, we'll have to see. Kirsten Stewart is going to be directing. I like Kirsten Stewart. Talking about cool actresses. We've had like 3 in a row. Amy Adams, Anya Taylor-Joy. Kirsten Stewart sets directorial debut with memoir Chronology of Water. Okay, long gestating directorial debut. Is finally going to go with Imogen Poots starring. Cool. And Ridley Scott producing. So Ridley Scott's going to be producing this. Okay. Imogen Poots is always good. It'll be interesting to see this develop because, well, I do like her as an actress. And as I've said many times on this channel before, guys, just because you are good at one thing in art, many people who are artists are good in other things as well, right? Acting, directing, painting, drawing, singing, dancing, all those kinds of things. So, I'll be very interested to see what she can turn out. That process of filmmaking is definitely cool, man, in my books. Kirsten Stewart struggled to secure financing for her passion project. Okay. Partially because of her desire to shoot the film with a small crew of 5 people on a loose shooting schedule along the Oregon coast. Okay, along the Oregon coast. The Oregon coast is beautiful. I've driven it a couple times, actually, guys. Very beautiful, very breathtaking. Okay, so what's this about? This water, chronology of water, says below. Lydia's memoir honors corporeal experience radically. What? I don't know that word. It's not in my repertoire of words. To make that experience physical feels vital to me, and what this impulse means is that it absolutely must be a film. This project has been cooking for 5 years with the help of Scott Free, whom I could not be more privileged to have as partners and friends. Imogen Poots will carry this movie and the staggering weight of Lydia's life. She can hold it. I am beyond lucky to have her. Okay. Cool. Chronology of Water. Script with Andy Mingo, based on Yakunovich's memoir. Okay, so I don't know who this is. Somebody who, Lydia Yakunovich. Don't know who that is. Let's just pull up and see who that is. American writer, teacher, based in Oregon. Okay, so she's a writer. She writes books. All right. Well, if that's the inspiration, why not? A Weaver says Hemsworth was a good bad guy in Bad Times at the El Royale. I don't think I ever saw that one. Yeah. Oh well. Cool. Yeah. He's a talented actor too. And I guess he's a thrill seeker because yesterday we saw that he's doing like a stunt show where he does like all these big stunt shows, all these big things like swimming in the Arctic and stuff like that. Yeah. Let's see what this is on her schedule. Actress. No, that's her acting. And she was just in Crimes of the Future. I know a lot of people didn't. Well, she's got 5 directing credits. Music videos, a short. Now she's going to have this chronology of water. Kristen Stewart. I dig it. Yeah. I want to see what she can do. I think she can do something special. Okay. Sorry, guys. Got to keep hydrated here. All right, what's next? Jim Henson biopic. Okay, that would be kind of cool to see, right? He did The Muppets. Lisa Henson releases new details of upcoming Jim Henson biopic. Okay, so his daughter is going to be putting this together. Cool. And everything that you heard about Henson, he was like a stand-up dude. You know, he was friends with people like Frank Oz, George Lucas, and a bunch of really cool people. Like he was into making puppets and stuff like that. And very innovative stuff for sure. So a biopic about all that stuff would be really cool to see. So she says, I have been in a slow motion development deal with Disney about Muppet Man, which is a sort of fantastical biopic of my father. So it won't be like hardcore, it'll be a fantastical biopic. So maybe it'll be, a little bit abstract is what I'm thinking. It's only in development and we don't have a director, so I feel I can't really say exactly what it will be like, but it does have a dreamlike quality where the puppets are coming to life and mixing with a true story. That would be kind of interesting. Like if he saw Kermit, like he actually, Kermit was real to him. That would be heartbreaking too. Ooh, I don't know if I could sit there and stomach that. Because I grew up with the Muppets. That was my childhood, right? Kermit, Miss Piggy. Yeah. I would love to see that. My father was so overwhelmingly creative with ideas just flowing out of him all the time. I've really met so few people in my life that have that fountain of creativity that just never stops flowing. Yeah, because he was supposed to be the original voice of Yoda. Jim Henson was. But he got busy, right? So that's why Frank Oz took it over, because they were all friends. I think kids should be encouraged to be as ambitious as possible with their creative dreams, because they might not do just one famous thing. They might go on to do hundreds of things. Yeah, that sounds great. I love the Muppets. Yeah, and have it kind of like that fantastical element to it, because yeah, they were puppets, but they had they were so good at making them feel real, right? Like they were real entities. And that's cool. And as I said, everything you hear about Jim Henson is that he was like a stand-up dude. A real mensch. And that's something that I would like to see for sure. That's cool news. Quentin Tarantino's been in the headlines this week and he just can't keep out of them. I guess he's revealed that he wants to direct a series. Okay. Quentin Tarantino plans to direct 8-episode TV show in 2023. Okay. Well, I guess that's not a film, so that won't add to his resume of 10 films before he retires. But yeah, he's got a book out this week, and that's why he's been making all the press tours and talking about all this stuff, right? saying that this is the worst time in history of film. He said that yesterday too. And he said that the Marvel movies are part of that problem or something like that. And then he said later on today that he wants to make a Marvel movie. It's like, what the heck are you talking about, Quentin? Get it together, man. But anyway, he wants to make a series. Quentin Tarantino has already directed some very memorable TV episodes. Yeah, that's right. He did do something for CSI, didn't he? You know what I would like to see? I'd like to see him revive Columbo in some fashion. Because I think I like Columbo too. And, I like seeing like that gumshoe kind of thing. Maybe that's something that he would do. Let's see what this is all about here. ER, he did an episode of ER. Really? Okay. So, you didn't say anything here? You didn't copy the quote as to what this series could be about? No. Justified in Bounty Law. So maybe it would be something like that. Promoting his new book, Cinema Speculation. Yeah, I don't know if I'll read that. Okay. An 8-episode series. Doesn't really say too much. Maybe I'm not getting that right. Let's see if I can pull that up again. I don't think I can. Yeah, if Quentin did Columbo, there'd be a lot of gore and at the crime scene. Maybe. 4 hours. TV project about Quentin, about, what's this? Somebody's geeky rant? We're going to talk about his Marvel movie in just a moment. Bounty Law. So something that's connected to that TV show that Leonardo DiCaprio's character was involved with on his Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Something like that, maybe? I think that's what people are saying, right? At some point, you just got to wrap it up. I've written 5 episodes of the possible Bounty Law, black and white half-an-hour Western show. Bounty Law, a black and white Western show. So maybe that's the inkling. That's the direction that he would go, right? Connected to that. Okay, well, that's some speculation there as to what it could possibly be. But let's take a look at what he said about this Marvel headline thing. Quentin Tarantino reveals the Marvel movie he would love to direct, but he just said that this is the worst time in Hollywood era. Why would you want to? I don't think he would ever do this, though. What would it be? He would like to bring Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos to the big screen. I never heard of it, but it sounds interesting. His elite squad of Howling Commandos as they battle Nazis in the trenches and prove themselves to be a force to be reckoned with. So sort of like a rocket, soldiers with rocket packs, like Rocket Robin Hood. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. You just kind of drag this. He said that this is one of the worst eras in Hollywood right now, so I don't know if he'd be up for that. Yeah, and I know people would love, like, that's the headline, right? The movie news headline, that he would direct a Marvel movie, and that's supposed to be the hook to grab you in, but it's really not that much, and I would never see him doing it. It would be kind of cool to see him do it, but it would be cool to see him do the Star Trek movie that he said he wanted to do. But I don't think it's going to happen. I'd prefer if he just kept with his material and wrapped stuff up like that. He can do whatever he wants, though. Like, he's the kind of guy that says he's going to retire after 10 movies. But if he wants to make something else after that, I'm sure he can. Right? He'll find a producer out there that'll greenlight it and be his yes man for everything. Yeah. Candace Cameron Bure still in the headlines. And we've been talking about this for the last couple of days, where she said she wants to make this TV show, or like work with this company to make Christmas movies that would honor traditional marriage. And people were calling her homophobic and everything like that. And we talked about that. And I just where I laid into it, guys, was just kind of like, you do what you want to do as long as your interests don't conflict with mine, right? And I kind of made my peace with it yesterday, but I guess this story is evolving as she's come out now and issued a statement about it. And I think it just corroborates everything that I was saying yesterday. But let's see what she said here. On her social media, she says, I'd like to address comments of a great American Families Programming. Okay, so is that the channel that she's working with? As reported in the Wall Street Journal. All you know me know beyond question that I have great love and affection for all people. It absolutely breaks my heart that anyone would think I intentionally would want to offend or hurt anyone. It saddens me that the media is seeking to divide us. Well, that I don't. It's the headline, right? It was your declaration at first that said we're going to honor traditional marriage. And I guess, yes, people can spin that to say, oh, you're homophobic. How dare you? We need to cancel you. No, it's not. I know there's people out there that want to do that. But when I said this yesterday, when I internalized what she was trying to do and stuff like that, I agree with what she was saying, that in this comment, that, it wasn't from a place of trying to hurt people. She just wants to keep with her ideals and beliefs. And again, it just goes to the thing, if it doesn't hurt me, it's not affecting me, I don't like what you're doing, and that's okay. You're allowed to not like what somebody says and does, as long as it doesn't impact your life personally. Fine. Make a bunch of traditional, or like what you believe is traditional marriage. For me, the traditional marriage is just a marriage between two people that love each other, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what gender they are for me, but it does for her, because she connotates traditional marriage between a man and a woman, and then you can just throw that up in the air to have that whatever you mean what you want in that kind of word. I don't get involved with that semantic BS. I don't. But yeah, she just reaffirms my thoughts that, she didn't do that intentionally. But as I said, people do things that you don't like, as long as it doesn't affect you. It's like she's not forcing this stuff down your throat. Except for maybe sometimes when people like me bring it up in the headlines. But, and then she goes on to talk about Jesus and God and how it's supposed to be so great and grand for everybody. But, I guess you do what you want to do. She responded to it. And if you want to read it, go over to her social medias and find that out. Traditional Christian marriages. What the heck does that even mean? I don't even. Yeah, marriage was so grotesque. We were so awful to each other in the past. It's just, I don't know. Let's just not go down that rabbit hole today. It's been a good day. It's nice and sunny out there today. So later on, I'm going to go for a walk. And for this, hopefully this will be the end of this storyline for us this week. But it is trending news. It is celebrity news. And it does sort of fall in the realm of movies, because she's going to be making Christmas movies. Right? Denise Richards is in the headline. In the headlines. Sorry, in the headline. Yeah. Denise Richards, shot at in LA road rage incident. What the heck? Shots were fired at the actress's truck. We like Denise Richards, right? Some road rage. So it sounds like it's got the better of somebody. Maybe she cut somebody off. I don't know. Was involved in a road rage incident that put her and her husband's life at risk. Wow. Aaron Pfeiffer, I'm not going to pronounce that guy's name, was behind the wheel of the Ford truck while Denise Richards was in the passenger seat. Oh, so is that the husband? Reportedly, the couple was having trouble finding the studio, and that prompted them to slow down their vehicle. And then when the driver behind them got visibly irritated, began shouting at them and prompting them to speed up. Oh God, I hate those guys. When that does happen, you are looking for something, but as a driver, you can see that they're looking around and you can pretty much diagnose what's going on. But sometimes, people the anger gets the best of them, and it sucks that they got shot at. Damn. Thank you. I would never wish any harm on anyone. What I experienced yesterday with my husband, not that you care, well, I care, was the most terrifying situation I have ever been in. I'm sorry a shot didn't graze my neck, asshole. Oh, well, she's taking with some humility there, too. Damn, but that sucks. That doesn't have to happen. I even liked her in that James Bond movie. What was that? The World Is Not Enough. It was silly, but yeah, that was cool. Wild Things is the best thing that she was in, right? With Nev Campbell, Kevin Bacon, Matt Dillon. Yeah. I would do a full live watch along for that, but that's kind of a racy film. Sam Lombardo, right? Guidance counselor takes advantage of the younger girls. Yeah, she was good in that. Bummer, man. Let's move into some TV headlines that I've managed to pull up, and this will be kind of like a hit and miss segment here, guys, for some things. Roku to cut 200 jobs, citing challenging our economy. Now, I think Roku's just in the States, isn't it? I don't know what Roku is, because I don't think we have it here in Canada. It's just something that amalgamates, sort of like what I got here, right? Where I can talk to my remote and say, do this, and go to, I'll be able to say hockey, right? Maple Leafs game, and it'll go there. Or I can say record Survivor at 8 p.m. and my TV will do that, right? But that's just the channels up here in Canada that do that, right? And I guess I'll give it a little shout out to these guys if you can see them. They're a big powerhouse here. They've ridiculous amount of money. Stupid amount of money. But yeah, I think that's what they are. So they're going to cut jobs. Bummer if you work for them. But that's part of the tech sector. I guess Twitter's also firing a bunch of people. I hear Facebook's shoring up some people. Roku. Bummer. I guess that's sort of a hit. We talked about it, right? What's next? This one caught my eye. Where to watch The Gilded Age. Because The Gilded Age is that series that takes place in New York, but it's from the people who developed Downton Abbey, right? So it's kind of along those kinds of themes of like the richer, higher up class mixing with like the people who, like the servants, right? The Gilded Age is going to be on HBO Max. So it'd be here on Crave. And I did look, so it's going to be on Crave here in Canada. 9 episodes, I think I saw. The Gilded Age. I got to renew my thing for Crave. I got to renew it. And it depends on how much money it's going to be. Yeah, we're the Gilded Age. But I was curious about that. So when I saw that headline, that's why I pulled that, because I was a fan of Downton Abbey. So it's the same creators and stuff like that. So hopefully it'll be like along that same kind of feel. Here's a fun little thing. Paul Wright returns as the Waterboy character Captain Insano on AEW Dynamite. Wow, he's still getting in the ring? He's old, right? He's got to be in the last part of his career here, but it was kind of cool just to see them do this mock-up for AEW Wrestling. And
that one thing, Captain Insano's gonna show no mercy when it comes to the ass boys.
Yeah, so they just try to reenact that scene from the Waterboy, and it's like these two people sitting on a couch, and I think it starts off like a music video, right? A hand of a hand. A hand for a hand. They just reenact that. But I think they did get the rights for him to play the character Captain Insano. So I don't know. If you guys watch AEW Wrestling, it's just a fun little thing. I like the Waterboy, and I hope to see more of that kind of stuff. That was a lot of fun in my books. Arglass Viking says, I kind of like Denise's cameo in Love Actually. Was she in Love Actually? That's going to be on the TV nonstop pretty soon, right? Why am I holding my finger like that? Because it's been tender in here. For some reason, bending it like that. I've been trying to keep it straight whenever for everything that I do. So I've been holding all my glasses like this. That happens when you get older, right? Okay. Is that all the TV headlines? Oh, we got a couple of trailers we can take a look at. A couple of trailers dropped today, just before we went live. Some new movie trailers. One is for 80 for Brady. 80 for Brady. Yeah, that's that movie where a bunch of old ladies go to see Tom Brady play in the Super Bowl, based on a true story. A group of friends made it their lifelong mission to go to the Super Bowl and meet Tom Brady. And it's going to have Sally Field, Jane Fonda, Rita Moreno, Lily Tomlin. Sarah Gilbert's going to be in this. Whoa, look at all the cast. Sally Kirkland, Tom Brady is obviously going to be in it. Yeah, it's not a big advanced role of it's not a. He's playing Tom Brady in this movie. He's playing himself, and we're not going to watch the trailer. Whoops. February 3rd is when this comes out, and it's just basically these. I like the way that it starts out. Like, you know how in the football games, before they announce the lineup, and it's like they put the scroll of all the starting linemen, and they're like, they tell you which college they come from and stuff like that. And they kind of do that with these older ladies, and it's kind of funny. Now, some of them have very obvious wigs on. I think these two have some not so good wigs. And I don't know why. You're older ladies. Just let your hair be the way that it is. You do you, I suppose, though, right? Rita Moreno. And then, yeah, Jane Fonda. College dropout. which no football player ever says, right? Yeah. So it just kind of, it's pretty typical as to what you would expect. These older ladies know that they're older, that they worship Tom Brady. They want to go see him play live, and they make jokes about their age and stuff like that. Yeah, it did have some laughs. It got me laughing a couple times in this trailer. Sally Field, why not? Yeah, I'll go check this out. Harry Hamlin, I think he's going to be the coach or something. Like Tom Brady's going to be only in it for like the last of it, right? What are they doing? Like a hot sauce challenge there or something like that? Tailgating is a big thing in the States right before football games. It looks like they're going to be making out in the. You know, like the hair. For something, it just doesn't look right for some reason. And then they go on and dance and stuff like that. Cheesy kind of normal, typical kind of slapstick kind of comedy stuff. But that's okay. They're just having fun. And that's what you get across in this trailer. It looks like these four women are just having fun. And that's what this movie, I think, is trying to convey. If it's based on a true story, you're older, you idolize an athlete out there, you want to see them play in the Super Bowl, and why not Tom Brady, right? Very interesting trailer. Very charming, I would say. Let's take a look at some of the comments. Only 57. Right as of now. This film was produced by Tom Brady himself. Good job, Tom. Nice to see something fun with seniors. Wise marketing on Tom's part. Yeah, well, it's coming out February 3rd because that's when the Super Bowl is going to be around that time. Okay. Yeah, looks amazing. Going to take my grandmother to see this. I was actually excited for this until this exact moment. Huh? Sally Field can still... What? Let's not be crass about it, guys. Yeah. I think it looks great. I think it looks like it's going to be a fun little romp kind of thing, right? Of these ladies like having one big thrill left. Somebody's got... Oh yeah, and Guy Fieri from the Food Network is like cameoing in this because they're doing like the food truck kind of thing, right? So it's got some fun cameos in there. Interesting. 80 for Brady trailer. Isn't tailgating riding someone's bumper? No, it's, well, maybe. It's also when, like, before the game starts, everybody in the parking lot pulls out their tailgates from their trucks and puts like barbecues and cooks. It's usually just for people to get drunk. Yeah, but it's all in good fun. The other trailer that dropped before we went live was, we saw the poster for this the other day in the Twitter roundup for the new movie with Willem Dafoe called Inside, and I don't think we give any other cast, but it's from the perspective of this crook that breaks into a place for a heist, but then it appears he can't get out. March 10th, 2023. A high-end art thief, Nemo, who has become trapped in a luxury high-tech penthouse in New York Times Square after his heist does not go as planned. So that's what they mean by Inside. So it looks like it's going to be more of like a character piece from Willem Dafoe, and we like Willem Dafoe. We know that he's got other levels of acting and range that he can just go to that make you kind of like go, wow, right? So he breaks into this apartment in the beginning of the trailer, or this condo, and then he realizes that he's stuck. And I guess it's going to, when it traps somebody inside, it turns off all the water and cranks up the heat in the place. So it basically kills you, it fries you, right? And he tries to get people outside to free him, and he just slowly goes mad. Willem Dafoe going mad inside of a place all by himself. Inside. Very fascinating idea. And we know that Willem Dafoe can bring it, for sure. Hey, you got a little bit of food there. If it's salt water, though, maybe you can't drink it. I don't know. It's very intriguing. Very interesting idea. Yeah, Inside. So he gets stuck inside of an apartment, and yeah, I'm on board for that. Anything Willem Dafoe is in, nothing short of box office gold. I hope to see him finally win an Oscar one day. It's long overdue. Yeah, it is. Willem Dafoe will never disappoint. So all the Dafoe fans out there are going to be supporting this one, and I would be for sure too. Inside, go check out that trailer. Yeah, he's definitely going. He's going to go to that level that we all want to see, right? From Willem Dafoe. Inside is due out next March 10th, 2023. And the poster came out yesterday, so why don't they have the poster up here on IMDb, guys? All right, guys, I will be seeing The Menu tomorrow at 1 p.m., I think. I think I'm going to postpone it. I could go see it tonight, but I think I got some other things I got to take care of today. So I'll see it at 1 p.m. tomorrow, and then we'll do a spoiler review on Saturday for The Menu. Yeah. And my normal review will be up tomorrow. I'll prioritize that. My straight out of the theater reaction for The Menu will be up tomorrow. My normal spoiler-free review will be up tomorrow for The Menu. And we'll get that out. Ralph Fiennes is a chef. Cooks people or hunts people. I don't know. Very interesting stuff. All right, I think that's all I got in the box for us today, but we'll take a look at the Twitter headlines to see if we've missed anything, and then we'll round out the show for today of the movie news headlines. I hope you guys don't mind me switching up the thumbnails a little bit, the titles of the video, because we've been doing this show for months, and we've been doing it for a lot of months, and it's kind of upset me. I went into the YouTube search bar, and I just typed in movie news. We do movie news. I always say movie news. I say movie news in the title, and we're not ranking for search. We're not. Mirror Domains Movie News is not ranking for search. We do a daily show about movie news, and just weird abstract things come up for movie news. So I'm going to be plugging movie news as the main draw for people. That's why you're going to see it big plastered all over the thumbnails from now on. And if I can't rank for search in say 2 or 3 weeks, I should be up there on the search pages, but I'm not. I'm like 500 pages to the right of it, and it's kind of like things that have nothing to do with movie news rank ahead of me. Seriously, I've got it as the hashtags, I got it as the title, I got it in the thumbnail, and I'm still not ranking for movie news, guys. Seriously, YouTube? Seriously? All right. Anyway, just a little bit of a gripe there. Let's go over to the Twitter sphere and see what's trending out there. See if I missed anything. Phoebe Bridgers. Okay. Don't know what that is. Tarantino to direct an 8-episode limited series. Yeah, we talked about that. Andrew Scott. Documentary exploring the rise and fall of BuzzFeed is currently in the works. BuzzFeed. Did we talk about BuzzFeed? BuzzFeed is what that wasn't that like the after shows and stuff that they used to do? Well, what really killed them was the pandemic for sure, because they just couldn't. They didn't have not everybody that was participating in those after shows. Isn't that what it was? BuzzFeed. Am I not thinking BuzzFeed company, or maybe I'm thinking of AfterBuzz. Sorry, not BuzzFeed. BuzzFeed trending, the rise and fall. It doesn't seem like they've fallen. They're still there. They're maybe just not as big. BuzzFeed, meh. They're sort of like us, right? But I don't see them doing a live show. Maybe they do. I just don't pay attention. And if so, I never saw them ranking in search either. For God's sakes. Timothée Chalamet and Taylor Russell. For Bones and All, right? Happy birthday, 80th birthday, Martin Scorsese. Cool. He's 80 now, huh? And he still looks good for an 80-year-old. Like, he still looks like he's in decent shape. Still directing, still working. Cool. Happy 80th, man. Jenna Ortega at the Wednesday premiere. She's really going in for the look of that kind of feel for it too, right? With the veil there. We're going to be doing live watch-alongs for this series when it comes out, guys. We liked her in X this year. We liked her in Scream. And we're going to like her in Wednesday probably. Some special stuff from her. Rachel McAdams. She's from the town just down the road from me. She's from London, Ontario, right, is it? Yeah, Mean Girls. Happy birthday to her. She was just in... actually, for me, she was probably the highlight of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I like seeing her back in that. That was cool. I guess everybody likes The Notebook, though, right? And Mean Girls. Oh, that's cool. Jenna Ortega and Christina Ricci together. Yep, that's a cool pick. I dig that. Wednesday coming on Wednesday. Cannot wait. Is it next Wednesday? Is that when that comes out? Next Wednesday? I'll have to make sure that we I'll get that prepped. I'll have to put in a new bar on the side for it. Damien Chazelle, Diego Calva, and Margot Robbie at Babylon Q&A. Meh. Whoops. I think you guys pretty much know how I feel about the Babylon movie from Monday's show. 10 years ago, Silver Linings Playbook. A sequel to Megan is already in talks. Well, hey, if James Wan and Blumhouse, who made this movie, Megan, have a merger, they can pretty much do whatever they want. Of course there would be a sequel. And it's a robot. So it's going to be just like Chucky, right? They can just keep having these things come off the production lines. Why not? A sequel to Megan. Jonah Hill to direct Outcome with Keanu Reeves attached to star. Hill co-wrote the script with Ezra Woods. Plot details are kept under wraps. Okay. Well, I like Keanu Reeves. Got really nothing too much against Jonah Hill. Darby and the Dead. Yeah, that trailer dropped yesterday. It's a kids kind of thing. Well, not kids. It's like meant for the youth. Kaylee Spanian talks to star in a new Alien movie. We talked about that. All right, why is Bring Back Zack Snyder trending? Let's take a look at that. Why is, guys, this Zack Snyder scene, no, it's not happening, guys. Snyder's not coming back. I think they're going to make it very clear that this universe, and we talked about that a little bit with Amy Adams, like who is and who isn't going to be coming back. Is Commissioner Gordon coming back? Is he going to come back? If Batfleck comes back, then yeah, you would think so. It's Jesse Eisenberg, but for sure, definitely, Zack Snyder is never, sorry guys, he's not coming back. And you can trend that hashtag as much as you want. It's not going to make a difference. Joseph Quinn, Lupita Nyong'o, yeah, we talked about that. We talked about Imogen Poots joining Kirsten Stewart's movie. Trailer for The Recruit. Yeah, we saw that yesterday, right? Oh, and there's the poster for that weird kind of tarot card thing that you said there from Pinocchio. We saw that yesterday. Okay, guys, I think that's all, because that wraps up everything from me, at least. It's a 24-hour news cycle, guys. In case if I miss something, then we can go around and take a look at it tomorrow at 12. Actually, I might have to do it like at around 11:30 tomorrow. So pay attention to that. It might not be right at 12 tomorrow. It might be at 11:30. But just looking at anything else that's trending, I don't see anything else. So with that being said, guys, we'll wrap up the show there. I will try to do a short later or something. I don't know. Actually, you know what? I've been kind of fooling around with this idea of streaming another chess game, but I want to talk about plot details of Banshees of Inisherin, but in kind of a weird, abstract way. Yeah, I want to do that. Maybe later on today we'll do that. I'm going to go for my walk now, and then we'll see you guys later on. And join us tomorrow for more movie news, and stay tuned for the menu straight out of the theater reaction that'll be coming along too. See you next time for more movie news here on Mirror Domains.